The White House is demanding Congress move to raise the debt ceiling or risk triggering financial crisis in the US and around the world. The deadline is tomorrow. Our Sky News Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen explains what it means.
Republicans hold the balance of power in the US House of Representatives by only 5 votes, which means just a few members can stop anything. And on the line this week is the debt ceiling.
It is essential for Congress to recognize that dealing with the debt ceiling is their constitutional responsibility.
The debt ceiling is the limit on how much money the US government can borrow to meet its existing obligations. That limit is $31.385 trillion US dollars, or 45.829 trillion Australian dollars, and it's about to tick over. This funds matters like Social Security, Medicare benefits, military salaries, interest on the national debt, and tax refunds. In a letter to Congress, the Treasury Secretary warned failure to meet the government's obligations would cause irreparable harm to the US economy, the livelihoods of all Americans, and global financial stability. But Republicans are threatening to block a vote to raise the debt ceiling unless they're promised cuts to future budgets.
That's why we're asking, let's change our behavior now. Let's sit down. He's the president. We're the majority in the House. The Democrats are the majority in the Senate. And let's, exactly the way the founders designed Congress to work, find the compromise and find the common sense compromise that puts us back onto a balanced budget.
The White House says it's not up for negotiation.
When you think about the debt limit, it is, we've been very clear. The debt limit has been something that has happened 3 times. If you look at just the last administration in a bipartisan way, it is something that should be done without conditions.
If the US government fails to raise the debt limit, it will automatically default on its payments. This will be the first time it's happened since the limit was enacted over a century ago.
I agree with the White House that we shouldn't be negotiating over paying bills that we have already incurred. So raising the debt ceiling, as you know, as you said in the opening there, is simply paying for things that have already been spent.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has indicated she will begin what's called extraordinary measures, which includes slowing down planned government reinvestment of assets to hold off any default. But these measures will achieve only so much. The rest is up to Congress. Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, DC.